All right, car enthusiasts, let's dive into the MPV battlefield for 2026 in the Philippines. I've been analyzing everything from horsepower to haggleability, and this lineup is absolutely nuclear. We're talking about vehicles that need to haul your entire extended family, survive Metro Manila traffic, and somehow not bankrupt you in the process. Let me break down the hierarchy from decent to legendary, then throw in one curveball that'll make you question everything. Heads up, all insights in this video are from my own testing and research. I chose these based on what works best for me. No paid promotions, just real talk. Fifth place, Honda BRV. The crossover pretender starting at fifth place, we have the Honda BRV, and here's where things get interesting because Honda is playing some serious categorization games. The BRV markets itself as a compact SUV, but let's be honest, it's basically an MPV that hit the gym and got a more aggressive styling package. Honda killed off the Mobilio and gave us this crossover wannabe that still hauls 7 people. The BRV rocks a 1.5-liter IVDC engine, producing 118 horsepower and 145 newton-meters of torque. Sound familiar? That's because it's essentially the same power plant that powered the departed Mobilio, just tuned for slightly different characteristics. Honda's engineering team clearly knows what works in Philippine conditions, so they stuck with proven technology rather than reinventing the wheel. What makes the BRV different from traditional MPVs is its ground clearance and overall stance. At 201 millimeters of ground clearance, this thing can handle provincial roads and urban obstacles that would scrape the belly of lower-slung competitors. The CVT transmission delivers smooth power delivery, though it's still not winning any excitement awards. But smooth and predictable beats jerky and unpredictable when you're navigating EDSA traffic with a full load of passengers. Interior space reveals the BRV's MPV DNA despite its crossover marketing. 7 seats are arranged in a flexible configuration that actually works for real families with real stuff. The second row slides and reclines, providing decent comfort for adults, while the third row accommodates humans under 6 feet without requiring contortionist skills. Storage solutions are scattered throughout, showing Honda learned from years of Odyssey and pilot development. Build quality maintains Honda's reputation for longevity and reliability. The BRV feels solid without being heavy, with panels that fit properly and an interior that ages gracefully. Parts availability benefits from Honda's extensive Philippine network, and service quality remains consistently high across dealerships. The styling walks the line between crossover aggression and MPV practicality. It's not as visually exciting as some competitors, but it avoids looking like a minivan, which matters to buyers who still care about image. The front fascia is assertive without being cartoonish, and the overall proportions suggest capability rather than compromise. Pricing typically ranges from 1.9 to 1.39 million pesos, positioning the BRV as a premium choice within the affordable 7-seater segment. You're paying extra for the crossover styling and ground clearance compared to traditional MPVs, but Honda's reliability reputation helps justify the premium. The downside? It's trying to be too many things to too many people. Not quite SUV enough for serious off-road work. Not quite MPV enough for maximum space efficiency. But for families wanting 7 seats with a dose of style and capability, the BRV delivers a compelling compromise. Fourth place goes to the Toyota Avanza, and this is where things get serious about value and reliability. The Avanza is the MPV equivalent of that reliable friend who always shows up, never complains, and somehow makes everything work. It's not the most glamorous choice, but it's the one that makes financial sense when you really think about it. Under the hood sits a 1.5-liter dual VVTi engine producing 103 horsepower and 136 newton-meters of torque. These numbers might seem modest compared to turbocharged competitors, but Toyota engineered this power plant specifically for Philippine driving conditions. Stop-and-go traffic, frequent idling, extended highway cruising, and the occasional provincial adventure. The engine delivers consistent performance without drama, paired with either a 5-speed manual or 4-speed automatic transmission. Interior packaging showcases Toyota's decades of MPV experience in Southeast Asian markets. 7 seats are arranged in a configuration that maximizes available space without feeling cramped. The middle row offers decent legroom and comfortable seating for adults, while the third row provides adequate space for normal-sized humans. Storage solutions appear where you logically need them. Cup holders multiply like rabbits, and the dashboard layout prioritizes functionality over visual excitement. Reliability represents the Avanza's secret weapon and primary selling point. Toyota's reputation in the Philippines isn't just marketing hyperbole. It's earned through years of vehicles that simply refuse to quit under conditions that would kill lesser machines. The Avanza benefits from this engineering philosophy, with components chosen for longevity rather than peak performance or cost reduction. Service network and parts availability provide significant ownership advantages. Toyota dealerships and authorized service centers exist throughout the Philippines. The Avanza delivers genuine financial benefits that compound over years of ownership. The trade-offs are predictable and honest. Performance is adequate but never thrilling, with acceleration that gets the job done without setting any hearts racing. Ride quality prioritizes durability over comfort, meaning you'll experience every road imperfection without excessive filtering. Pricing ranges from approximately 844,000 to 1,071,000 pesos, making the Avanza accessible to middle-class families without feeling cheap or compromised. For buyers prioritizing dependability, value retention, and proven reliability over style or performance, the Avanza delivers exactly what it promises without pretense or compromise. Third place belongs to the Suzuki Ertiga Hybrid, and this is where we start seeing genuine innovation in the Philippine MPV segment. Suzuki took their proven Ertiga platform and added hybrid technology that actually makes sense for local driving conditions, not just marketing theater designed to increase sticker prices. The hybrid system combines a 1.5-liter K15B gasoline engine with an electric motor assistance system, creating a powertrain that produces 103 horsepower and 138 newton-meters of torque. The raw numbers might look similar to non-hybrid competitors, but the real magic happens in fuel consumption patterns and low-end torque delivery characteristics. The electric motor fills in the gaps where gasoline engines typically struggle, providing instant torque for city driving and reducing fuel consumption significantly. This isn't a full hybrid system like you'd find in a Toyota Prius. It's Suzuki's smart hybrid vehicle by Suzuki Technology, which functions more like a very sophisticated start-stop system with electric motor assistance. The electric motor helps during acceleration phases, recovers energy during braking events, and can even provide limited propulsion at very low speeds. The result is fuel efficiency that borders on the supernatural without the complexity and cost of a full hybrid drivetrain. Interior space utilization demonstrates Suzuki's expertise in maximizing compact vehicle packaging. The Ertiga manages to create a cabin that feels significantly larger than its external dimensions would suggest. 7 seats are arranged thoughtfully, with the second row offering good access to the third row without requiring gymnastic skills for passengers. Storage compartments appear in logical locations throughout the interior, and the overall layout prioritizes practical usability over visual drama. Technology integration surprises with its comprehensiveness at this price point. The infotainment system includes smartphone connectivity, navigation support, multiple USB charging ports, and safety features that were premium options just a few years ago. Suzuki clearly studied what buyers actually use versus what they think they want, focusing resources on features that provide daily value. Parts availability and service support have improved significantly as Suzuki expands their Philippine market presence. While not yet matching Toyota's extensive network coverage, service availability is adequate in major metropolitan areas and improving steadily in provincial locations. Suzuki's warranty coverage demonstrates manufacturer confidence in hybrid system reliability. The hybrid premium means pricing typically starts around 1.1 million pesos, positioning the Ertiga hybrid above basic MPVs, but below premium alternatives. For buyers prioritizing fuel efficiency and environmental considerations, the additional cost pays for itself through reduced operating expenses and environmental benefits that feel meaningful rather than symbolic. Second place goes to the Mitsubishi Xpander, and this is where personal preference starts battling objective analysis. The Xpander represents Mitsubishi's interpretation of what a modern MPV should look like, and their answer is aggressively styled, practically focused, and surprisingly capable across multiple usage scenarios. The 2026 Xpander receives styling updates that make it look more like a crossover that decided to prioritize passenger space over cargo capacity. The front fascia is bold without being cartoonish. The profile maintains visual interest from multiple angles, and the overall proportions suggest capability rather than compromise. It's the MPV for families who don't want to look like they've completely surrendered to practicality over style. Power comes from a 1.5-liter MPV engine, producing 103 horsepower and 141 newton-meters of torque. While the numbers occupy familiar territory for this segment, Mitsubishi's MPV variable valve timing technology optimizes power delivery characteristics across the rev range. The engine feels more responsive than the raw specifications suggest, particularly in city driving conditions where most Philippine MPVs spend their operational lives. Transmission choices include a 5-speed manual or 4-speed automatic, both well matched to the engine characteristics and intended usage patterns. The manual transmission provides better fuel economy and a more engaging driving experience for enthusiasts, while the automatic prioritizes convenience for urban driving scenarios. Both options feel properly calibrated rather than hastily adapted from other applications. Interior design successfully balances practicality with style in ways that most MPVs completely miss or ignore. 7 seats are arranged in a flexible configuration that accommodates various passenger and cargo combinations without requiring engineering degrees to reconfigure. Materials quality exceeds reasonable expectation for this price point, and the overall interior ambience feels more like a crossover than utilitarian people mover. Storage solutions are abundant and intelligently designed throughout the cabin. Cup holders, phone storage areas, small item compartments. Everything appears where you logically expect to find it. The dashboard layout prioritizes user-friendliness over visual complexity, with controls that make intuitive sense even during stressful traffic situations when cognitive load is already maxed out. Technology integration includes a touchscreen infotainment system with comprehensive smartphone connectivity, multiple USB charging ports strategically placed throughout the cabin, and safety features that were premium options in previous vehicle generations. Mitsubishi clearly benchmarked against more expensive vehicles when designing the feature set and user experience. Build quality reflects Mitsubishi's global manufacturing standards adapted specifically for Philippine road conditions and climate challenges. The Xpander feels substantial without being unnecessarily heavy, engineered to handle everything from smooth highways to provincial roads that exist more in theory than reality. Panel alignment is consistent. Interior fit and finish exceeds expectations, and the overall impression suggests careful attention to quality control. Ride and handling characteristics surprise with their competence and refinement. The suspension tuning manages to balance comfort with control, absorbing road imperfections without feeling floaty or disconnected. Steering is appropriately weighted and responsive, making the Xpander feel more engaging to drive than its utilitarian mission might suggest. Pricing typically ranges from 1.99 million to 1,259,000 pesos, positioning the Xpander as a premium choice within the affordable MPV segment. For families wanting style, capability, and modern features without venturing into luxury vehicle territory, the Xpander delivers compelling value that justifies the price premium over basic alternatives. Taking the crown for 2026 is the Toyota Innova. And honestly, this shouldn't surprise anyone who's been paying serious attention to the Philippine automotive market over the past decade. The Innova isn't just the best MPV currently available. It's the gold standard against which every other people mover gets measured benchmarked, and inevitably found wanting in various critical areas. The current generation Innova represents Toyota's decades of accumulated experience building vehicles specifically engineered for Southeast Asian market conditions and customer requirements. This isn't a global platform hastily adapted for local use. It's designed and engineered from the ground up for markets exactly like the Philippines, where vehicles need to handle everything from air-conditioned mall parking lots to unpaved provincial roads that challenge the definition of road. Power comes from a turbocharged 2.8-liter diesel engine, producing 174 horsepower and an impressive 360 newton-meters of torque. These numbers represent serious capability in the MPV segment. Enough power to handle fully loaded highway driving scenarios. Enough torque to manage steep provincial inclines with a complete passenger load without breaking a sweat. Transmission options include a smooth 6-speed automatic or efficient 5-speed manual, both properly calibrated for the engine characteristics and intended usage patterns. The automatic transmission is intelligently programmed with shift patterns that anticipate Philippine driving conditions, traffic jams, highway cruising, mountain passes, and everything in between. Gear changes are well-timed for both efficiency and performance, while manual mode provides driver control when circumstances demand it. Interior space and comfort reach levels that genuinely justify the premium pricing structure. 8 seats are arranged in a truly flexible configuration that accommodates various passenger and cargo requirements without compromise. The second row offers legitimate comfort for adult passengers on long journeys, while the third row provides adequate space for normal-sized humans without requiring contortionist certifications. Materials quality, fit and finish, and overall interior ambience create an environment that feels genuinely premium rather than merely utilitarian. Soft-touch surfaces appear where passengers actually interact with the vehicle. Hardware and materials are used in high-contact areas, and the overall design philosophy prioritizes long-term durability without sacrificing immediate comfort or convenience. Technology integration is comprehensive without being overwhelming or unnecessarily complex. The infotainment system includes navigation functionality, comprehensive smartphone connectivity, multiple USB charging ports, and climate control systems that actually work efficiently in tropical conditions. Safety features include multiple airbags, ABS, electronic stability control, and other systems that were expensive luxury items just a few years ago. Build quality is where the Innova truly separates itself from all competitors in meaningful ways. Toyota's reputation for reliability and longevity isn't marketing hyperbole. It's the direct result of engineering choices that prioritize long-term durability over initial cost savings or flashy features. The Innova feels solid, sounds tight, and ages gracefully even under intensive daily use conditions that would destroy lesser vehicles. Service network and parts availability represent significant practical advantages over competitors throughout the ownership experience. Toyota dealerships and authorized service centers exist throughout the Philippines, from major metropolitan areas to provincial capitals and beyond. Parts availability is consistently excellent, pricing remains competitive, and technician training ensures consistent service quality regardless of geographic location. Resale value remains remarkably strong throughout the typical ownership cycle, reflecting genuine market confidence in Toyota's long-term reliability and durability reputation. For families viewing an MPV purchase as a long-term transportation investment rather than a short-term convenience solution, the Innova delivers measurable financial benefits that compound over years of ownership. Capability extends beyond basic transportation into genuine utility vehicle territory. Towing capacity, cargo flexibility, passenger comfort, and operational reliability combine to create a vehicle that handles whatever life throws at it. Weekend provincial trips, daily urban commuting, family emergencies, business use. The Innova adapts seamlessly to changing requirements. Pricing ranges from 1,267 to 1,814 pesos, positioning the Innova as a premium choice within the MPV segment. The higher price point reflects genuine superiority in engineering quality, material selection, manufacturing standards, and long-term capability rather than mere marketing positioning or brand premium pricing. The worth it wild card. Hyundai Stargazer, the surprising value disruptor. Now for the curveball that might completely change your perspective on MPV shopping priorities in the Philippines. Meet the Hyundai Stargazer, starting at just 1,068,000 pesos, and prepare to question everything you thought you knew about value, features, and brand hierarchies in this market segment. The Stargazer represents Hyundai's aggressive strategic push into the Philippine automotive market, and are clearly playing to win market share rather than just participate politely. This isn't a compliance vehicle or tentative market test. It's a serious, sustained attempt to redefine what buyers should reasonably expect from an affordable MPV in terms of features, quality, and overall value proposition. Styling is distinctively modern without venturing into cartoonish territory or copying established competitors. Hyundai's current global design language translates surprisingly well to the MPV format, creating a vehicle that looks intentional and purposeful rather than compromised or derivative. The front fascia is bold but not aggressively overstyled. The profile maintains visual interest from multiple viewing angles, and the overall proportions suggest contemporary capability and modernity. Power comes from a 1.5-liter naturally aspirated engine, producing competitive horsepower and torque figures for the segment. While not groundbreaking in terms of raw performance, the power plant is intelligently matched to the vehicle's intended use patterns and customer requirements. Fuel efficiency meets segment standards, reliability appears solid based on early ownership experiences and global platform data, and performance adequately handles both city driving and highway cruising scenarios. Interior packaging maximizes available space through intelligent design choices and efficient layout decisions. 7 seats are arranged in a flexible configuration that accommodates various passenger and cargo combinations without requiring advanced planning or engineering consultations. Materials quality significantly exceeds reasonable expectations for the price point, and the overall interior ambience feels noticeably more expensive than the actual sticker price would suggest. Technology integration is where the Stargazer becomes genuinely compelling and potentially market-disrupting. Features that are optional extras or completely unavailable on more expensive competitors come standard on the Hyundai. Comprehensive smartphone connectivity, multiple USB charging ports, advanced digital displays, safety systems that demonstrate real engineering rather than marketing checkbox fulfillment. The feature list reads like vehicles costing significantly more money. Build quality reflects Hyundai's current global manufacturing standards adapted for local market conditions and customer expectations. The Stargazer feels solid and well-assembled throughout, with attention to detail that many established competitors seem to overlook or ignore. Panel gaps are consistently tight, interior materials are properly fitted and finished, and the overall impression suggests vehicles built to modern international quality standards. Now, for the final verdict. The market has evolved significantly beyond basic transportation toward vehicles that successfully balance practical family requirements with individual style preferences and technological expectations. Whether you prioritize Toyota's proven excellence, Mitsubishi's modern design approach, Suzuki's efficiency innovation, Honda's crossover compromise, or Hyundai's value leadership, there has never been a better time to be actively shopping for an MPV in the Philippines. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you'll never miss my next upload. See you in the next one.